As predicted, the Mariners' offense exploded on Saturday night because Kumar Rocker becoming a sinker slider tinker guy is working just as poorly as it did for Emerson Hancock. Welcome to the Dom Skeen channel, your one-stop shop for the Mariners storylines on Seattle's minds. The Mariners are finally heating up as they beat the Rangers 9-2 Saturday night to take their second series in a row and improve to 7-8 on the year. Just 2 games behind Texas and 2.5 out of the division lead currently held by the Los Angeles Angels. Brian Wu allowed a run and loaded the bases before recording an out in the first inning, yet still cruised through 7 innings with that as his only damage. He kept the Rangers lineup off balance with 15 swinging strikes on 91 pitches, while Kumar Rocker was awful, inducing just 6 swinging strikes on 55 pitches. Wu wasn't a top collegiate prospect at Cal Poly, but had a distinct tool the Mariners knew they could use to make him into an interesting big league starter. Rocker, on the other hand, was a prolific fireballer and power slider knockout artist at Vanderbilt, whose questions concerned his injury history and durability were second only to the questions about him being a 2-pitch pitcher with just the fastball and the slider. He was drafted by the Mets originally, who then infamously decided not to make him a contract offer. After declining to make his medical info available to teams, despite having surgery for a shoulder injury, he had a notorious shark of an agent, Scott Boras, say he didn't require any medical attention, which didn't add up. The Rangers then picked him in 2022, and he's struggled to stay healthy and impress in the minors. He got his debut against the Mariners last year and has had 1 good start in 5 total, with the other 4, including both against the Mariners, being pretty bad overall. His baseball savant page is completely blue and his ERA is around 8. But most of all, one indicator tells us this pitcher isn't as good as we thought he would be. Originally struggling to throw anything good but a fastball and a slider, he's now throwing a sinker most of the time. When considering everything I've used to describe Rocker up to this point, I could say nearly every same thing exactly the same way for Emerson Hancock. I've noticed this trend for years, as certain pitching prospects get tinkered with, usually to the point they don't have the overpowering meat and potatoes in the primary and secondary pitches that they once did. These two did that partially due to injury, which is also a shame as we look at what we once hoped for them. I've decided to coin a term for these pitchers as sinker slider tinker guys. Named after the spy movie Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy, I'm not sure how many fans of espionage films are watching the Mariners every day, let alone watching my videos every day on them. But those 4 words will invoke the concept now on this channel of tinkering pitchers' arsenals to death. The offensive explosion against Rocker is not to be discounted, but was expected. Cal stayed hot, Rayleigh and Julio contributed big time, and you got the offense from the stars you've been waiting for. However, I do believe this game was won and lost by pitching yesterday on both sides. Today, we look for our first series sweep of the season and have the opportunity to get back to 500 for the first time since Series 1 against Oakland finished. And with that being said, I will see you guys tomorrow to recap today's rubber match. Go M's.